What is up, guys? It's me, Hacks. Back at you again with another game update here. Um, I just got finished doing a ton of crap, and I'm like super excited. Um, so I decided to make this update right now, even though it's like 12:30 a.m. Because I also drank some Monster energy drink there, some the Java one, which is like the best one, honestly. I don't like the original. Well, the original one's alright, but it gives you too much energy. I like the coffee one because it's like not too much. It's like a nice. It's like G Fuel, but a little more than G Fuel. Anyway, so I just spent like the past hour and a half fixing the settings menu and making it look not garbage. I cannot believe like the way I did it originally. It was so trash. Like on the back end, it was garbage. It looked garbage. Anyway, I had to like redo the whole thing because the first time I did it, not good. So yeah, and another thing I did was I learned how to make custom buttons. So now I only have one button for a certain type, and then I can just go and change it once, and it'll change like all of them, which is really good, and it'll save me a ton of time. And yeah, so let me just show you, I guess, and yeah, the game may or may not crash because I've been doing a ton of edits code-wise. So usually when you do a lot of edits code-wise, it gives you a crash because it has like the old code cached in. So like when you load new code, it'll like cross-reference it with the old code, which is, you know, it's different. So it'll give you an error, and it'll crash. That's the only reason why I haven't restarted the editor in like an hour and a half. So that's why if it crashes, it's not because my code sucks. I hope. I'm pretty sure it's not that because of that. Okay, so just standalone it. Yeah, yeah. I'm learning, I guess. Oh man, man. I'm just chilling in my pizza blanket here, man. It's cash. All right. So first thing, you may notice this new button I've got here. So now when you highlight something, it'll give you this nice cursor icon, which wasn't my idea actually. It was a friend of mine. You know you are. uh, but yeah. So this is the settings menu that I was taking a while to do. There are now categories, and they properly, highlight and stuff. Um, yeah. So I separated them. So like, the volume controls. I made this. This took me a while, but yeah. So like you have the category. So like this is general UI. You have the command, keyboard, um, input for it, and then the controller input for it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna change the color of this one to maybe like a lighter brown or something. But anyway, I was going here for the graphics, so let me do that. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, so graphics. Um, it's about the same. I just moved stuff around. UI. So this is for the main menu, so you're gonna be able to choose a character graphic. I'm gonna have categories, so like heroes, villains, NPCs. If you just want a certain character, so like if you want just Joe, you can have Joe's. You can if you want just Suzanne's, you can have just Suzanne's stuff. Uh, Background graphic. That's normally it's based on the last place where you saved, but I'll have it so you can choose, you know, which one you want. So like maybe you want only Westwood Kingdom, you only want the Georgia Kingdom, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. Gameplay, same thing. Text speed, yada yada yada. Graphics, yeah, these don't work yet. I don't know, honestly, I don't know how to do these yet. Yet, I'll learn someday, soon. This actually I'll learn this year because that's when this thing is coming out, right? So, um, yeah. What else? There was something else. Oh, oh yeah, this properly, when you mouse over, unhover a button, it'll go back to this. So like, when you hover over it, it says start a new game. Go off, it just goes back to select the menu option. Okay. And, oh yeah, I also changed the, when you click on it, so it not turns green, which is pretty nice. I don't think I did anything here. I just did a lot of stuff today. You know how when you like plan on doing something, then you just end up doing a lot more than you thought? Yeah, that was today. uh, I actually ended up sleeping for like the first half of the day because I was just so tired from UPS. And it's like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna get anything done today. And I ended up getting a ton of stuff done, so that's really cool. This may or may not crash. Okay, it didn't. Sweet. So, okay, so this got moved to the center. I like it, but I don't know if you guys would like it. So, and another thing, this works now. It's like if you mute, everything's muted, even the sound effects. And how I fixed it, I forgot to put the sound effects in the sound effects class. So I have a music class, a sound effects class, and a what's the other one? Music, sound effects, and oh boy, Alzheimer's. Dialogue. There you go. Yes. So I have those three classes, and I had it in the master class, which is like all of them combined essentially. So it wouldn't mute. So now it's in the right place, and they will mute. Okay, it's muted. I guess I could turn it back on. I mean, just turn it to low so you guys can hear me. I don't know how loud I am. Maybe I'm like really loud. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it lower than that. Okay, 10. 10 is good. Everything's quiet now. Well, how it should be. Okay, so yes, almanac. Yes, this was got moved to the middle too. Isn't that arrow like super cool? It's so cool, right? It's really simple too. It's like wow. But okay, another thing I did, I animated the class change stars. So when you get, yeah, now they sparkle, which is so cool, I think. Figuring that out was not too bad. It's surprisingly simple. It's just finding it out how to do it was a little confusing, and I can show you how I did it too. In stats is they are now color coded, and when you highlight over one, it gives you a little arrow. So now you can tell which one you have highlighted. Unlike before where it was like hard to tell. Oh, that shouldn't happen. Oh, I know why it's happening. It's because I didn't do a size box. I have it on auto. Well, I gotta fix that. But at least I know why it's happening. So it'll be an easy fix. Yeah. I'm so impressed. Or, not impressed. What's the word? I'm very, what's the word? Happy? No. I'm satisfied. There you go. Very satisfied with how the animation came out here. I think it looks really nice. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, and I also finished the Artilleryman painting. If you haven't seen that, so yeah, both of Joe's are finished. So I just gotta finish all of these, which I will do eventually in time. uh, I get tired of painting. I get tired of drawing. And it's like I want to do something else. It only usually lasts like a day though, and then I'm like, yeah, I can paint again. I also did some sketches for the how do you say geez, the Joe's other two classes for the battle screen, so I can show you that as well. I don't think I did anything here. Why am I here? I don't know. Okay, so that's about that. Yeah, so a lot of UI stuff I just did today. I really like that bouncing icon thing. And this is back to a vertical box because, I mean, yeah, it's just, I keep changing my mind on that, you know. So yeah, the big things are this bouncy cursor thing, this settings menu, which I think looks pretty nice, and um, the star animation. So I will show you the back end of all of those things right now. Okay, so firstly, you might be wondering, how do you do a custom button? Super easy, really easy, actually. So basically, you have a widget, and basically you just put the button. Well, this isn't a good example because it's transparent. Okay, so you have the button and the text, and then you just make variables and then edit those variables in the thing. So like for example, here I have a variable for the text, variable for the style. This is the animation for when you, and you have to use event dispatchers. So like basically a dispatcher, it's like um, it takes something from another blueprint and puts it here. So like, let's see, what's a good example? Overview. Yeah. So like here, there's a bunch of stuff exposed because I have it exposed here. So because it's exposed here, I can access it through here. It's really simple, but you know, finding it is a little interesting. But it's super easy, and yeah, so that's the button thing. And what else? Oh yes, the animation. Okay, so that was a little tricky, but it's really easy to do, so I can show you that. Okay, so basically you have to make a material and the animation goes in there. Yeah, it's rather easy. So I have I have let's see, where is it? Textures? Yeah. No. Jeez. Oh boy. No, yes. Okay. So I made this sparkle animation with like 10 pictures. But to do this, you have to have it as a sprite sheet. So you got to combine them all, and it'll look something like this if it loads. 10 years later. It'll look like this. Right? So they're all in a row. And then after that, you just put the number of rows, number of columns, and it'll just animate it for you. You can also change the time, like the frames per second. You can put a variable here, but I liked it, so I just left it how it was. Figuring this out was a little challenging. I knew that I had to put numbers in, right? But I didn't know how to put numbers because I was like, you know, you go like this, and you're like, okay, I want a value. You type in value. You get all this crap, and you're like, well, that's not what I want. And you're like, okay, maybe you can type in number. What is this, you know? So you have to use a constant, which is like a constant value, which is why I wrote this note so I can remember for the future. But yeah, so you get this thing. And you can use it in UMG, which is awesome. If you use a paper 2D sprite, you can't use it in UMG, so you have to use a material. Originally, I had it as a paper 2D, and I was like, why can't I use this in UMG? Well, it's because it wasn't a material. Paper 2D isn't compatible with UMG, so you have to use a material. So yeah. And So that was something I learned today too. Um, I think that is it. Yeah. Oh, no wait. The Joe sprites, that's right. Let's see, where's that? Where's that? It is in the battle mode, yeah. And then yeah. Okay. So it's set to Rowan because I like his portrait the most, surprisingly. Rowan's cool, but I don't draw very much. Okay, here we go. So this is the commander one, and this is the artilleryman. I wanted it to be different from the I mean, I could have just drawn over this one and changed his clothes, but I mean, that's so lame. All that work you do and it's just a clothing swap. Dude, I'd be pissed. I'd like uninstall the game immediately if I I'm just kidding, but that is like lazy. So, I made sure to change it. I honestly might change it more so they're not too similar, but yeah. Um, but yeah, that's what I did pretty much today, and yeah, the next thing, probably I might work some more on the settings menu, might not. I definitely want to get like the borders and stuff done, and like button designs for these, which is super easy now that I know how to do a custom button. Um, so yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, I guess stay tuned for the next one. Um, and yeah, talk to you later, I guess.